to really 2v2 bottom lane, and this should probably just push PP God over to this Rakan, which he's hovering right now. I feel like Rakan is that very nice middle ground where obviously he's a melee champion, but out on proccing the brittle with the E, and then the auto attack goes off, and then the brittle drops off. Now though, no dash, ZDZ.
You got the brittle though, so ZDZ needs to be a little bit careful. Flash in, flash away. ZDZ trying to see if he can get it. Shanji knew he didn't have enough time there to wait for it to pop up. He had to go for a bit of a jump up, and now they're going to jump down on top of iBoy, who, oh my god, that burst was insane. It's a bit of a 3v3 in this bot side. iBoy, though, can't really be part of this. A flash away, a Bramble Smash to bring them all back into this, but now iBoy can free hit, and he gets first blood right down on top of the Maokai. Xiaohao will be traded as both AD carries pick themselves up a kill on the enemy junglers. And OMG makes it very difficult to really contest this, and Xiaohao recognizes this 100% and says, look, we'll trade it, we'll get ourselves a Rift Herald, at least we're getting something on the other side, probably drop that into mid or bot.
So, Aki, it looks like it's just going to make a play straight towards the bottom side, but I feel like if OMG wanted to, they could have just run straight through the top side of the map. Like, that Herald is a relatively slow takedown, but bottom side engage is happening.
Cleanse. They're looking for a little bit more, but PP God underneath a tower! Can't go too close to the sun, and now you're just going to see Abel being pushed back here, may have to use his...
Also, you know, you've got things like the Renekton on the top side of the map, which you wouldn't mind snowballing quite far, quite aggressively. Oh no.
Oh, can he burst him out? He's gonna flash, but just... Oh, that feels bad.
Trades were feeling as bad as they were in those short bursts for Cream. And just, honestly, a relatively smart adaptation, though, of course. Typically, you just want Sheen ASAP. He's not really behind the timer on it this time, though.
Oh, they need to go in. He does eventually get CC down. They can confirm it as well. Nicely comboed in there between the Yone and... I say that, but OMG are definitely the ones to be claiming it, you know, on the backside of this one. They may look for a fight. There's going to be the Ash Arrow coming in, so there's no point in anyone taking the fight here. iBoy looking for a fight into Abel. Abel is very isolated and needs to be very careful. Items behind, not really finishing up anything right now in that mid lane, so really struggling, to be perfectly honest. ZDZ will finally take down this turret in the top side. Should be able to put down a little bit of hurt here onto Shanji. You can see, though, with the Sunfire, Aegis, and the Bramble Best, ZDZ doesn't actually really come out on...
Oh, well, I guess these guys want ZDZ really extra.
Yeah, they want him pretty dead, and they will get him dead. PP God picks that one up with the Ignite. It's like that meme, you know, where you're just walking and it's just like just like the radio going past. That's what the Ash Arrow was. But we'll say you overload the top side does mean that AL can start pushing in this mid lane. They got a tier 2 dragon. ZDZ didn't lose his flash or his teleport, so it doesn't really make that big of a difference. And they got an inner for an outer. That's always more worth.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, standing gold is going to feel nice to pick up here for OMG, but still, Austin. Really, the situation is Braun will just turn around and press his Archie on whoever decides to dive in as well, so there will be additional amount. He's got another Noon Quiver, so I'm kind of curious about... No, because Noon Quiver doesn't go...
He's waiting for that static shift, or excuse me, the Storm Razor to proc up. It's a 4v4 on the spot side. ZDZ is being spotted out, though. TP coming in here from PinZ. They will have both mid laners joining back in on top of this one here, but no fate sealed as we get a good ultimate from Abel. Puts him away from the danger, and nobody can touch him. Everyone's going to get caught up in this one here. Double kill for Abel and AL. I mean, it looked like it was going to be decent, but OMG just...
Team fight, no matter how you slice it. So as long as they didn't fall too far behind, it'd feel okay.
Xiaohao. They know he's there now. Yeah, they know he's there, and Cream's going to keep him away. No real way to contest this one here. No real way to steal it. OMG get themselves a dragon.
And he basically lost half his HP in like less than a second. So the build is actually still relatively bursty. It's just not the traditional build that we're used to seeing at the moment.
Oh, speaking of bursty, iBoy cleanses, he flashes, he gets himself away. Abel thought he was able to find out the enemy AD carry, but he was not. And that's going to mean the tower.
Well, you know, side lane still a thing for Anyone's Legend, which they can leverage very clearly. Abel going in there in the mid lane, a little bit overzealous to say the least, no stopwatch, but now it's turned into Anyone's Legend, trying to siege up on this bottom side tower, which, I mean, they're getting punished for it, maybe.
There's going to be a Nature's Grasp coming in. There's a full AP Maokai, and this is when the damage actually starts to come in. It was a couple of tanky boys. Coming into this one here, Xiaohao has to flash, but can he get away now? The Ornhorn knocks him up. PP God puts down the Vision with the Ignite. They go in, they clap him down with the Brittle. The Winter's Bites are not going to be enough. You need Eyeboy to start turning this around. How is Xiaohao still alive? ZDZ won't be as lucky now. Eyeboy needs to run away. He cannot be a part of this anymore. They will have the ultimate on Kaisa in a couple more seconds. They just need a little bit of CC onto Eyeboy, and he's not getting out of this one alive. There's Abel finally getting his kill, knowing that all the summoners were
didn't actually snowball the game. It feels really bad, doesn't it? So OMG can just take control of the map basically at will, as much as they feel like they can take. And AO's Legend can't do much about it, right? As long as Abel doesn't do what he did in the mid lane and someone get Molecule on the phone. We need to know where this came from. You know, is this tech? Is this troll? You asked me who's gonna kill Ornn. Let's see if we get a case study on that exactly.
Let's see if anybody on OMG dies, because I don't think it's going to happen. Baron gets confirmed here by OMG. They have to throw out the Glacial Prison from the side of AL just to make sure they do not get aggressed upon. PinZ is going to be fine to catch this wave as it comes in. You can see those Void Seekers constantly moving in. Flash 3-man knockup. Sanji was done with this game. The Wombo combo cannot be denied. And everyone will be scattered away. You will see eventually ZDZ will go down. He doesn't have the damage to kill off anybody. Eventually Abel will get enough movement speed and a Q to take him out. PinZ was looking to cut off the wave as Sanji just wants to solo bolo himself. Xiaohao very much caught between a rock and a hard place, and he will be bramble smashed to oblivion. This game is done. OMG were cool, calm, collected. They didn't waste any time in the end of the game to make sure they got the win. It's going to be flash. Oh, the auto attacks couldn't come out quick enough, and OMG will go 1-0 up.
Interesting game. Definitely a bit shaky, I suppose, from OMG in the early stages, but realistically, to design of these compositions, they'll go 1-up in the series. As the Nexus falls.
It just completely threw me, but honestly, I think they were kind of forced into this one, because before this Sejuani was locked in, who was going to stop the Inferno trigger? Like, you don't really have anyone.
So I'm really curious about what Aki's going to do, because he's run all the way down to Crux. Now, the reason why he's done that is even though he soaked up a bit of mid lane XP, Zora,
he's taking a lot of damage. He knows he does no point in flashing. First blood to Owen.
And Abel and PP God. Since finding that kill onto Zora, it feels like Eyeboy and Zora have been really muted in terms of looking for trades. And
it's an Inferno trigger. It's more poke ability than an ultimate ability sometimes, as we do get a good little bit of CC coming out. The flash in, the Pop Blossom does stop them from getting caught out completely. Cream, though, has nowhere else to be, and he shall be taken down. PinZ.
Xiaohao, go and actually give ZDZ a little bit of your time. Cream, again, with the over-aggression.
Oh, but Cream able to have a little bit more movement here. Charm not coming out to lock him down just yet. They did miss the ultimate from the Sejuani, but finally the Charm does land. And
looking for a play on the top side instead.
They're going to go all out, force the flash away. They haven't taken turret aggro yet, and now they can jump in. ZDZ does have himself a little bit of a CC buffer, but not enough to make sure he doesn't die. Flashes, but
just not really a playable one. So it feels really rough. They're going to kill the tower. ZDZ's going to teleport to this minion, so they're going to look for the 2v2 afterwards. Let's see what they can actually take off them.
Nico's coming. They're going to try and make this one work. No grand challenge. Nothing to help them. Eventually, the Wukong goes down. But can Xiaohao really escape this? I think the answer has got to be no. But Shanji goes down as well. Not quite dying just yet. Finally, the double kill.
I mean, it's 5 members here. It's the big issue. So they're not really looking to overcommit.
First items being finished up across the board there, just the supports really, and actually Xiaohao Sejuani not really in a position to kind of go for this one either. Eyeboy, yeah, I was gonna say you can't really be waiting around for those CCs to come in. The Feather Storm does go down, the turret is still alive, and that means that Samira has been killed. PP God goes down as well. OMG, they thought they could maybe go for this kind of a fight, but they just didn't confirm the turret. Now Shanji, so very low, there is a blast cone, he's gonna try and get it, but a flash over confirms it. Xiaohao now. OMG kind of sweep out the rest of those wards. And the funny thing is, despite all this time and pressure being put down by the side of AL, they are just going to give up this dragon because they know that ZDZ is able to kind of get that turret. Or will they give it up? Xiaohao looking for a flank. No, he's giving it up, but they might just get the mid lane tier 1 as well. So there's going to be 2 towers for a dragon. 100% worth if they can get it.
Yeah, do agree. but they're not able to actually secure that tier 1 in the mid lane.
Checked in on iBoy for a while. So 0-0-3 has the Devori quick blades alongside those Krakens. And you can see there, ZDZ just ignores Shanji because he can take the 1v1 after the fact. And that's exactly what he's going to look to try and do. We are going to have Aki over the side, though. Ground challenge will get put down. Aki now looking to see if he can maybe get on top of him. But immediately AL say, hey, you have 2 people bot side. We can go straight for this Baron.
Great trigger pull. Great trigger pull here from AL. Try and bait OMG in. Look for the turnaround. They have to be worrisome about Cream and finding the big pop blossom, and they will disengage just because of that. Still, very scary for the side of OMG, trying to
TP coming in. That's going to be Cream making his way towards this fight. AL have got ZDZ behind the Dragon Pit to maybe make something work. Cream disguised as the Wukong. Here we go. The quickness comes in. Cream trying to find himself on the backside. PP God's already dead. They're going to get the quickness down as Zora just distracts them. Zaya's gone down. The Dragon hasn't been confirmed just yet. Aki goes golden as the 1v1 in the top laners happens on the bottom side. Dragon secured by AL. Here we go. Abel looking for the Inferno trigger. Oh, a little bit early on the Tangle bar, but I don't think it matters as everyone's getting so low here. The Cassante is in so much danger, but ZDZ knows if he can.
That's all it's going to come down to.
It's a 50-50. Does he have the vision? Zora goes in over the wall. The knockback is not going to land onto anybody. 3,000 HP. You've got all 5 members. They're going to see Shanji try to flash over. It's going to be 50-50. Yes, it is. Who's going to be able to secure it? No, he can't stay alive long enough. The Baron's secure, but the Nico's taken out by the Fiora. TP going to be coming in. That's PinZ joining the fight. ZDZ very, very low. Does dash himself out of it. PP God flashes away. PinZ ducking and diving and finally gets his man. Now Aki goes in, and the Inferno trigger is lit. That is OMG finally getting bad, man. It will force them back, but yeah, this is going to be a lot of standing gold given over to the side of OMG and AL. They can't let ZDZ just get caught like this. He does have himself a good parry to make sure he doesn't die. Zora now walking away from the crash down, but I mean, you've already lost so much presence around this tier 2, and it's going to be taken no problem whatsoever.
It's suboptimal to say the least. Tier 2 goes down. Baron power play shifts up to 4,500 gold. And OMG have all the time in the world to siege on this bottom side. Exactly, they
iBoy's not here.
Yeah,
what? I don't know where iBoy was. I think he was taking the red buff, but like, you just let the you're your only wave clear in this situation. It's going to be a pop blossom. They're going to land it down to the PinZ, and you are dead. They got him caught out lastminute.com. And this is OMG now looking to solidify themselves as top 5 here in the regular split. They've not got a minion wave in bot lane just yet. But I mean, without PinZ, there's no threat onto Abel. He's going to be so confident.
Exactly. No ultimate steal from Xiaohao as well. They're on the Nexus towers. But AL have to pull the trigger with no engage tools. It's just Zora. He will get one shot if he goes in. First Nexus towers down, Machine. They have to make a decision.
They have to make a decision, or their decision will be made for them. They went on to Cassante, and the Inferno trigger burns the Sejuani down. No minion wave left, really. Actually, never mind. There's 3 cannon minions that are just absolutely burning through this Nexus turret. We are going to see that the solo laners are resetting. They're going to try and TP back in. Here we go. Magnet Storm, Inferno trigger. And it is just that easy. Abel showing us one of his OGs as he's still going. Double Inferno trigger in the space of about 3 seconds. iBoy goes into the Feather Storm, only to come right back down and get smacked in the face by Kassanji. It is OMG with the 2-0, and it is 5th place here for OMG into the regular split.
Highest regular split finish.